Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, we had explored the repository. I'm pretty sure we've seen everything that we can see in here. Sakura was very kind as to give us a recap of how everything played out. That was extremely helpful for me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've looked at everything in here. Let's see what else we can find around the school. There's only one way in and out of this room. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. They could have, if everyone thought they were dead. So that certain someone... Repository door has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. No, I'm telling you. Hifumi entered and he locked it. He waited for Celeste's signal. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. Okay, well... I think we should go to the equipment room because that is on this floor. I just very quickly want to check. There isn't anything... Yeah, there doesn't look like there's anything new here. Yeah, I think it makes a lot more sense to go to the nearest room first rather than, heading all the way down to the nurse's office and then all the way back up here. Right, again, let's go check out this blood splatter. Oh, hello! Hi there! I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away! What? I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event! Oh, okay, Jill. Okay, For a split second there, I thought you were gonna have something useful, and then you didn't. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Equipment room bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi used his legs. Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. So I was saying before, this reminds me a lot of Agatha Christie. I went and re-looked over my library of her works, and if you're not that much of a reader, I will say they did make a television show where they focused on Miss Marple. There's also Poirot. I prefer Marple though. I like the little old lady just kind of sitting in the corner going, don't mind me, dear. I'm just going to fuck you all over in the end. Mwahaha. Like, I like that. I find that amusing. This reminds me of The Moving Finger. I could go on and on about the plot of this. I'm going to try and keep it simple. Basically, you've got a village. They are receiving poison pen letters. If you don't know what poison pen letters are, they are what internet trolls did before the internet existed. You write a nasty letter, and it doesn't matter whether the contents are true or not. You're just trying to cause someone pain. For example, let's say you've got a lady, she's in her 60s. She lives with her elderly father who's in his 90s. You know, she's very devoted to his care and all that. She never married, she just lived with her dad. So you might send her a poison pen letter saying, I know that you're in an incestuous relationship with your father, you whore. You know, just nastiness. Pure nastiness. So this village, they're being plagued by poison pen letters. And then, let's call her Mrs. Jones. She receives a letter saying, I know that your youngest son, Dickie, isn't your husband's child. The husband comes back and he finds that his wife has taken, like, 3 times her sleeping powders. And she's OD'd. And, you know, there's an inquest. They find it suicide. He, you know, has this whole speech about, like, whoever wrote those pen letters is just as, like, culpable for my wife committing suicide. How fucking dare you, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I'm gonna give this away. If you don't want to hear the solution to this little mystery, please just fast forward maybe 30 seconds, okay? Basically, what happens is that it's revealed the husband did it. He wanted to leave his wife for the nanny. He was in love with the nanny. And he didn't want to divorce his wife because that would mean she got half his shit. So instead, he starts writing these pen letters months before he's gonna murder her, so that, you know, basically these pen letters have a reputation. Everyone knows that they're circulating. His wife was very high-strung. She had to have these sleeping powders, you know, to get through the day and blah, blah, blah. And she also had a very regular routine. She would, you know, have a glass of water and her sleeping powders at lunchtime, and she would take a nap until tea time. And so he basically put like 5 sachets of her sleeping powders in the glass of water, so she inadvertently, you know, overdosed. And, you know, he puts his own poison pen letter, like, on, like, he scrunches it up and puts it in the fire like she's read it and tossed it. And so everyone thinks, oh, she received this nasty letter and it got to her, and everyone is so focused on the letters that they're not really looking at the death. That's the vibe I get with this. Everyone's so focused on the big fuck-off robot that no one is stopping to think, how would Hifumi get to the 3rd floor? Well, there are no elevators and it'd be impossible to drag him. Well, what is the only possible solution? There is only one. He got up and walked. I love Agatha Christie. I love her so much. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. This is also a nice piece of misdirection. You leave certain weapons at the scene so that you associate the murder with that weapon. Meanwhile, Hifumi wasn't killed with a justice hammer. He was killed with a regular old mallet in the repository, but no one's looking at that. Everyone's looking at the misdirection. Everyone's looking at the poison pen letters. Ooh, it's good. Are these tarp? Huh? This tarp? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Hey, we got a coin. Okay, let's... If Makoto wants to look at more tarp, then we can head back to the fucking repository and look at the tarp there. Okay, quickly, Makoto, use your legs. Like Hifumi used his legs, I think. As I said, I'm quietly confident. There are still questions. I don't know why Hifumi would ras up Hiro if it was Celeste, but I'm sure it'll become clear. I'm sure it will become clear. Can we... Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Can we not... Okay, so it seems that we can't connect the tarp to the stuff we found in the equipment room. I'm pretty sure the dolly was here originally. So again, I think Celeste and Hifumi, they must have plotted out this murder. The tarp was already in the equipment room. However, they moved the dolly ahead of time, you know, for ease of access so that Hifumi wouldn't have to run to the art room, run to the equipment room, and then run back. Again, I hope I'm making sense here. I really hope I am. Okay, from here, let's head to the nurse's office. I really hope we can look at the cupboards. Again, that sounds stupid, but I want to know if the nurse's office had blood bags, or if... No, they just go up. Yeah, if it had blood bags, or if, you know, they used fake blood. Oh, hello, Celeste. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. I'm very glad to see that Makoto's like, something weird is going on there. He hasn't figured it out, but I'm quite happy that he's not like, oh yeah, Hiro totally did it. I'm just gonna believe everything I see. I'm so happy that he's like, you know what? I've experienced 2 murders. The first one, I accepted everything at face value. The second one was kind of weird. Third time around, I'm going to be slightly more discerning. I appreciate that. Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. There we go. I have my confirmation. Hina didn't want to go to the bathroom. Celeste took her, thus providing Hifumi the chance to get the fuck up and walk away. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or 2, though. Exactly. Exactly. If someone wearing a big fuck-off robot costume came down, grabbed Hifumi and was attempting to take him up the stairs, they would have seen that. Because it is impossible to do everything I just said in under 2 minutes. The only solution that makes logical sense is that Hifumi wasn't dead. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. I call bullshit. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Then it is impossible, Makoto. If it sounds impossible, it probably is. Celeste's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay, let's see. Can we... We can't look at the blood, it seems. Justice Hammer 3. The one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Again, it creates association. It creates association in the other students' brains. What can we... You know what? I don't think I've actually looked around the nurse's office, so... excuse me. This surveillance camera really doesn't matter right now. Excuse you, it might. Got a bin. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Oh wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Again, more proof Hifumi cleaned off his own glasses because he was a bit overzealous with the application of the blood/fake blood. And it's got Princess Pickles on it. Ah. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Oh, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Glasses cleaning cloth has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I do think Celeste, if I'm correct, and Celeste is behind this, one, she's playing a very dangerous game, but also she is... I feel like other characters would try and find explanations for, you know, something like this. Something that no one could possibly explain unless they were involved. Other people would be like, oh shit, that's a clue. I need to say something. Like, oh well, maybe Hifumi cleaned his glasses whilst we were here, you know, before the killer got to him. Yeah, that sounds right. But other people could then be like, no, I didn't see him clean his glasses. What are you talking about? I like that Celeste is using plausible deniability. You know, I don't know anything about this. I have no idea what you mean. I'm like, it's a good strategy. It's a very effective strategy. Anything over here? We have a fridge. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. So there is real blood. It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Nice. We have 2 coins. We have to remember this. Makoto, I'm surprised that wasn't a little Truth Bullets thing, but I'm making mental note of that. This monitor really doesn't matter right now, but does it have a coin? Boo! How dare you, monitor? Okay, so now we know it was real blood. He did have access to real blood. All he'd have to do was open the fridge, spray himself in the face, and then just lie down on the floor. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to think of what I know about blood splatter from head wounds, which admittedly isn't much. I know a lot more about blood splatter from stab wounds. Yes, I have weird hobbies, don't judge me. Let's see, that's... If you fall and crack your head, then that wouldn't... Here's the thing, that's it's movement. So I guess maybe Hifumi put himself on the floor and, like, again, I'm mimicking this in real life. He, like, sprayed the blood packet, hence why you get splatter like that. If you fall and crack your head, it's more of an ooze. It comes out circular. There's no spray. If you've been bashed, again, it would depend on if he was stood up. A bash to the head. A bash to the head could create this kind of blood splatter, but here's the thing. You can see, this is where Hifumi's head was. There's like a clear, like, oh, the body was lying there. The body print, for want of a better word. And that, a bash, you'd have the blood splatter. Let's say Hifumi is standing there. He's facing this way. The bash coming across into the side, the blood splatter would be all the way over here. Hifumi would, like, just fall, presumably. Again, the blood splatter doesn't make sense. If he had been... The fact that it's stopped around his body would make sense if he fell and cracked his head, but then that doesn't account for the fact that there are trails. If he had been bashed, then the trails make sense, but why is his body print there? I hope I'm making sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for how the crime scene was laid out. Hifumi did it himself. That is the long and short of it there. Yeah, we can leave. Okay, so where do we want to go to? Oh, shit! Hey! So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. No! I don't want your thanks. I don't want your thanks. I want your death. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. Oh, I feel sick. I feel physically sick. Don't thank me for that, Byakuya. Don't thank me. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? No! 'Cause I don't know where you're going. 'Cause I think you're wrong. I think Hiro is innocent. This is a trap. What is... Things grow ever more exciting. Everything he says, I just want to scream at him. I want to reach through the screen and throttle his thin turkey-like neck. I just grab him. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Bitch, you aren't making sense.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Fuck you too! Yasuhiro's message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Byakuya, I feel like you are coming at this from the wrong angle, and as such, I have no idea where you are going with this. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Probably a bong. Knowing Hiro, probably a bong and some weed and just, you know, like legalized drug posters, I would imagine. That's the only way I can imagine Hiro. He's a mixture of like, you know, he does weed and he sounds like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. That is my entire interpretation of, oh, Taka! I forgot for a minute that he's dead. Okay, where is Hiro's room? There's Junko, Toko. No, seriously, where is his room? There we go, Hiro's room. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Makoto, you are absolutely correct. Why the fuck am I doing what Byakuya told me to? Oh, I feel dirty. I feel unclean. Come on, bong. Oh, come on. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here, but is there a bong? I can't see one. Also, is that camera glitching out? It is! We've got a glitched out camera. Okay. What was I saying? Yes, this is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Okay, let's see. Is there anything bong-like? I mean, we've got like an incense. This could be used as a bong. If you kind of like squint and like if you really like, if you tilt your head and look at it, it kind of looks like a bong. I'm sure Hiro could, you know, figure something out. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. This isn't an incense jar. This is a bong. Facts. I sincerely hope this isn't like a religious relic. I'm gonna feel horrific if that was actually some kind of, you know, religiously important thing that I have just mocked. I'm gonna do research about that. Okay, what do we have? We got the glitched out camera. We can't look at any of his posters or the cards on the table. I mean, there are some obvious boxes. Like, I see them, but fuck it, let's explore. A surveillance camera that is glitching. There's no point in worrying about it right now. I need to just forget about it. The bed? It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. You're not gonna comment on Hiro's scent though. When it was Sayaka, oh, Sayaka's scent. Sayaka's scent. You're not gonna comment on Hiro's scent though, are you, bud? Yeah, I only have a minute left on my recording, so I'm gonna explore the room and I'm gonna leave the boxes for next time, I think. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. Ew! Hiro! How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Is this where he's been doing the drugs? This is where he's been smoking the weed! He didn't want the cameras to see him. He went into the bathroom. Smart, Hiro, smart. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. There's no point in worrying about it right now. I need to just forget about it. And anything else? No, that's it. In the next episode, we're going to check out these cardboard boxes. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.